Hi guys, it's Riki and welcome to another video. If you're new here, my name is Riki and I review a lot of activewear, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you just keep watching. Today we have a new Buffbunny collection launch haul. Also, I'm saying new, basically at this point in time, there'll already be a new launch, or the new launch is coming again. So again, my packages took a while, but I was also on vacation, so I couldn't, open them immediately when I got them. But yeah, so like, I feel like the launches are just like coming boom, 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 boom this year. It's just like super fast. But yeah, in case you wanted to see what I got from the cake collection, this is my haul. I got quite a few things. We had a lot of fun colors, a lot of purples, and a lot of people do like purples. I used to be very skeptic about purples, or very skeptical. I didn't like purples that much, but they kind of have warmed on me. The collection sticker looked like this. And I ordered 2 packages. I only got 1 sticker. But yeah, I have 2 packages. And as I mentioned, quite a few things. We have some sports bras, some tops, shorts as well, and also some leggings. So I do have quite a good variety of things. This launch also did have a new fabric, the butter fabric. I'm excited to try that. I already opened my packages, just in case you're wondering. So no, first reactions, unfortunately. But I'll try to, still tell you what I feel about all the pieces. If you are like me in Europe, there will be import fees to be paid, and quite recently import fees have become quite high. Generally, I think they put the full price of the items on the declaration, when you always can get a 10% off all your orders if you just use some athlete codes. And I don't think they put that on there, and you should only be taxed on what you actually pay, but since they put the full price on there, yeah, I don't know. But it's definitely it's gotten quite pricey in the recent months with import fees, so it's always, Buffbunny isn't very cheap in general, and it just adds, I don't know, 30% on top, at least for me, 30, maybe even more. So it is a quite steep price point at this point. And I'm really just hoping for a European warehouse at some point. There's so many countries in Europe and so many people, and it would just be really, really nice. But yeah, that's a entirely different story, of course. For all you people in North America, you have the Canadian warehouse. For Canada, the warehouse in the US that also ships worldwide, basically. So you, in North America, you're basically taken care of. And that's great for you. I'm quite jealous, but yeah, that's okay. Anyway, like I said, we have quite a few colors, a lot of purples, and I'm actually excited for it. There is a purple swirl print, which you also saw on the sticker here. So it's going to match really nicely. Even could match with this lotus color from Buffbunny Collection's Secret in the Sand launch from last year. In case you're interested in any of my other Buffbunny reviews, I'll just link the whole playlist up here for you, so you can go check that out. There's definitely a lot of return pieces as well. Sometimes they update some pieces. But in general, if you know a piece like this Revolution sports bra, for example, it'll usually stay the same, also in terms of sizing. Okay, since I have a few items, I would say we go from sports bras to just tops, to shorts, and then to leggings. I always have timestamps in the description box in case you're just interested in a specific piece or just a specific category. You can always just skip around there, and I won't be mad, I promise. I know my videos are quite long, so that's okay. And let's just get started with the sports bra. I'm wearing a Buffbunny Revolution sports bra. I'll just start with the Revolution sports bra. It came in a ton of different colors in this cake launch, but I got it in this purple swirl print. I am a size small up top. I got this one in a size small too. So I also have this one in a size small. Let's hope it fits the same. Let's hope nothing changed here. But yeah, this is the purple swirl print. The Revolution sports bra is always made from the Nuber fabric, which is a double brushed fabric, so really brushed and soft. I hope you can see that. We do have removable cup pads. It's a long line sports bra. You have a square neckline here. You have thick straps in the front, and then they kind of split up into this really cute strappy bag with a little metal ring here. And as you can see, there's a ton of different colors in this swirl print, so you can really mix and match that with a lot of different colors. So you have a little darker eggplant purple there, some actual white, some blue. I think this is the baked blue that will also come up later. We do have some pink in here as well. So it's really a lot of different colors. And obviously, you know, I mean, for some people, this might be a little much. I think with the sports bra is always fine. Of course, this print sold out immediately, like super fast. So yeah, probably you can find it on Poshmark or something, but I know this was quite popular. Yeah, I mean, I do like prints and I like colors a lot, so I was very happy about this print, especially because I feel like this kind of watercolor-esque print or these type of prints, they're just like easy to wear because you can just mix and match easily. I'm never sure about like a full outfit with like full on print. I think that might be a little much, but if you just have like a little bit of an accent with like the sports bra and you pair it with like a nice purple leggings or something, that would probably look really nice. And I mean, obviously we'll try that. You also do have a little Buffbunny logo here in the back, never too obvious. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's like a long line sports bra, so you don't have an elastic underneath the chest. You have a seam here and then just a fabric band, double lined. And as I've already mentioned, very soft, very brushed. This fabric is not the most sweat wicking fabric, but for sure with the watercolor print, you're not going to see any sweat stains. So that's also an advantage of this print. But anyway, let's see this first piece on. All right, here we have the Revolution sports bra. Fits the same as all the other Revolution sports bras I have. Yeah, so if you already have one, you know exactly which sizing to go for. We have this long line sports bra, basically. As I already mentioned, there's no elastic here. It's really just a piece of fabric. You do have a little seam underneath the chest, removable cup pads in here, and then just a nice square neckline. Definitely, if you have a bigger chest, you're going to get a lot of cleavage because, I mean, even I with my small chest get a little bit. Personally, I don't mind. I think it looks flattering on a small chest. You also have thick straps here. One thing I found a little annoying when I looked at the mirror, so you can kind of see this seam here because they used a darker stitching for stitching up the cup pad area so the cup pads wouldn't mingle. And I don't know, it's a little unfortunate. I don't like it as much. They could have just used lighter stitching and then it doesn't come through. Also, of course, you don't see it when you look at it, like, because it's the second layer. So the top layer doesn't have that stitching. It's the lower layer. And that also kind of tells you how see-through this lighter area is, of course. And obviously, depending on where you have your blobs of darker color, you might not see this as much. I just found it a little bit like, it's there. It's not the end of the world, but still, you know, they could have just used some lighter stitching. Yeah. And then, of course, this is the front of the sports bra. The bag is a little nicer. I don't know. No, I think I like both the front and the back of the sports bra. But we have this nice strappy bag here. You have that metal ring and still, you know, long lined. You have your Buffbunny logo there as well. And I think it's just nice and flattering. Support wise, for me, this is a solid light to medium support. But for sure, if you have a bigger chest, it's going to be more of a light support. And you might fall out at the top. You do have good side boob coverage though, I should say that, you know. I think there's a lot of good side boob coverage, also not cutting in anywhere here. It's very, very comfortable. The fabric really feels nice and soft against your skin and you're just kind of tucked in. And I don't know, I like the print a lot. I think it works so nicely with this darker eggplant purple here. But I think it's just like a really fun print that you can wear, you know, with whatever you want. It's cute. I'm happy they have it. They brought the print out in the Revolution sports bra. I do have a few kind of like similar prints from them from last year that were all in the Monarch sports bra. So now we got the Revolution sports bra. I feel like they could have put the print on more sports bras though, because I think that was the only one with a print. And people loved it. You know, that's why they snatched it up like immediately like this. So they just really should have had more options. I don't know. It's not like, you know, this is the only Nuber fabric sports bra they had it in that launch. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. They just want to keep the numbers low, you know, more limited. I don't know. But yeah, it's a cute sports bra. I know it's not a sports bra that people with a bigger chest like, but personally for me with a small chest, I think it's fabulous. It's flattering. It's cute. And I do like my Revolution sports bras a lot. So yeah. Moving on to our second Nuber fabric sports bra, we have another candy wrap sports bra. I've reviewed this one before. A lot of people prefer to size up if in between for sure, but some people also do prefer to size up in general. So I usually wear a size small in Buffbunny Collection sports bras, sometimes even an extra small. And I have this one in 2 or 3 colors in the size small. And I do like to wear my sports bras all day long. I just wear them, you know, as a normal bra under anything, basically, and then I go to the gym after work. And this sports bra is not the most comfortable sports bra for that. And that's why I was like, okay, maybe if I try it in a size medium, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable. We'll get to that in a second. Let's just talk about this bra a little bit. So you have, again, it's a bit more long line, not super long, but a bit more. You have this cute wrapping detail here in the front. It's this super brushed fabric. Again, this is the color Frosted Purple, by the way. And you can see it's very different than the Lotus color that we had before. And in case you're wondering, because I was wondering this, because they had this Vapor color recently. And this is Vapor, so way more gray than this, just in case you were wondering. And we do have a slight V-neck here. Again, removable cup pads, as in 99% of Buffbunny sports bras. And then you do have an elastic here. We also do have some metal detailing, and you can adjust the elastic straps. The elastic straps are also very thick. They're stretchy. They're not super uncomfortable, but nonetheless, it's an elastic strap, and I never find those too comfortable. That's one problem I have. It also kind of goes up like this. And then in the back, you do have a little bit more elastic detailing, and there's just some straps here in the back that crisscross, and then you just have like that third strap down there. And that's kind of it. Again, no elastic under the chest. You have a little seam here. Let me see if you can see it, but like there's basically a little seam there. I don't find it too annoying personally. And I really do like that the metal detailing is kind of like in a bit more, what do you call that, white gold or something, or rose gold. It's not rose gold, right? It's like, but it's a lighter gold, basically, which I think looks really, really cute. And now we have the Buffbunny logo here off to the side a little bit. But yes, so this one is a very, very flattering sports bra. It gives you a great lift, even if you have a bigger chest. I have a quite small chest. That's also why I generally, you know, either stick with my size small or sometimes even size down, because I don't need I don't need a lot of space in the cups. And with this one, I was perfectly contained. You know, I pushed them up a little bit. I got a little bit of cleavage, and I don't really get that a lot. So that was nice. But I always had like a little bit of, I don't know, it was just uncomfortable in this area, basically. And I got a little bit of back spillage here as well. So now we'll see how that goes in the size medium. I can already tell you I wore it the whole day yesterday. I mean, for me, it was yesterday. And I could still feel a little bit, but less. But I could still feel it. Still not my favorite sports bra for everyday wear. I still wouldn't recommend it for that. So, but it's cute. That's the thing. It's a cute sports bra. And let's just see it on. Alright, onto the Candy Wrap sports bra in this beautiful frosted purple color. Really such a stunning color. Now in a size medium. If you want to see how the size small looks on me, I'll just link the Storm collection video up here so you can check that out. It's definitely a bit more squishing up here. And I do get a little bit of gaping, like if I did some tricep movements or something, like there's definitely a little bit of gaping going on here, a little bit of, you know, too much fabric here in the front, but I'm not gonna fall out or anything, so that's not an issue. You can also always tighten the straps a little bit more even, but yeah, we also have the crisscross detail here. Then you have that little seam down here, but no elastic, removable cup pads, good coverage here on the sides as well. And then in the back, just the elastics here and the adjustable thick elastic straps as well. So you see I still have like a little bit of range to adjust the straps a little bit more. I already made them a little bit tighter for sure. And I just feel like now compared to the small that I usually wear, I also do have more boob coverage, obviously. So my boobs are fully covered. Like there's not really much to see here anymore. And for sure with the small, there's a little bit less. You get a little bit more of a push. You get a little bit more support as well. For me, the small Candy Wrap sports bra is a high support sports bra. Now it's more medium to high support. So obviously, depending on how tucked in you are, the support is going to change. And I mean, I do have a small chest. I think if I had a bigger chest, I would for sure just go for the size medium, because you just have more space for the chest and you're not gonna, you know, spill out on top too much. But with a small chest, I think you can go for either, depending on how long you want to wear the sports bra for. So I wore this one now for a full day, just a few days ago, basically, just to test if it was better for a full day wear, and I could still feel it throughout the day. So for me, like ideal sports bras to wear all day long, for example, the Buffbunny Monarch sports, but I don't feel that when I wear it all day long. but I could still feel this one a little bit more, but not as much as I could feel the small when I wore it for a full day. Like the straps cut in a tiny bit into your traps up here, and they definitely did that less in the medium. And I also still felt a little bit of like pressure here, some itching here, which was still not as bad as it was with the small. I can wear the small for a few hours and I don't have an issue with that, but like for a full day, it was definitely a little uncomfortable. And this one I could endure for a full day, if that makes sense. I also think the sports bra looks super cute. And yeah, as I mentioned, it is a good support. And that's why, you know, if you're not like me who wants to wear sports bra for a full day, this could still be a good grab if you're looking for a high support sports bra. That still looks really, really cute, but it's also functional. Otherwise, if you really don't want too high of a support and you want something that's just comfortable, then this is probably still not it for you, even sized up. So yeah, I mean, you kind of have to make your choices. It's definitely not my favorite Buffbunny Collection sports bra. I do like it because I like the look. I think it looks also really fun and kind of elegant with the metal detailing here and stuff. I do appreciate that you can adjust the straps, but it's definitely not my favorite sports bra from Buffbunny. So yeah. All right, next up we have a new sports bra, so something they haven't launched before. This is the Sculpt Seamless Sports Bra, also in frosted purple. I know what you're thinking, this looks very, very, very small. This is a size small, nonetheless, so this should fit. And I saw a lot of other people unpack these and they were like, what? But it fits. It's seamless material, it's ribbed seamless material, it's very, very stretchy. Again, this is the frosted purple color. Looks very, very similar to the frosted purple in the Nuber fabric. Sometimes depending on fabric, the colors will change slightly, but I think they do look very, very similar. Maybe this one is a little bit darker, but otherwise they're basically the same. But yes, so this is a ribbed seamless material. It's made from 92% nylon and 8% spandex, in case you're interested in that. So very, very different from the Nuber fabric we've seen so far. And yeah, very, very stretchy, very ribbed, still very comfortable. We do have removable cup pads in this one as well. When I first saw it on the models, I was like, oh, did they put cup pads in there or not? And again, square neckline. I find those very, very flattering if you have a small chest like me. So I'm really, really excited for this one. I'm usually not big into seamless items, but like I said, this one looked super cute on people. So I was like, yeah, I'll try it. The cup pads are the same color, by the way, as the bra. And we do have thick straps again here in the back. They just crisscross, and then you have a little bit of a keyhole moment as well. And this keeps poking out, so I'm assuming I have to cut this out at some point if I don't want it to keep poking out, or if I don't want to worry about it poking out. The Buffbunny logo is stitched in here this time, so it's not going to fall off or anything, which is quite good, especially with this seamless material. You're going to stretch it out a lot. So if they had just like printed it on like with the Nuber fabric stuff, it would just have fallen off immediately. But yeah, I think also it's going to be a little bit shorter than some of the other longline sports bras. You have a ribbed band under the chest. It's not as long though as the fabric band you can find on this sports bra, for example. So yeah, but like I said, it's a new piece for me. I've never tried this one before. It's the first time they have this, and the color is gorgeous. So let's see it on. All right, onto the seamless sports bra. I really like it a lot. It feels like super nice, kind of like, you know, very light on your body. Support-wise, I would say for me, it's a solid medium support. I would assume if you're a bigger chested person, it might be more of a light to medium support, but I still think the support is pretty good actually. And also you can see it does fit, even though it looks kind of tiny out of the package and when you just like have it flat. But yeah, I think we get a good amount of coverage. It's definitely a little bit shorter than some of the other sports bras. You have that nice cute square neckline. Again, if you have a bigger chest, you're probably going to be exposed a little bit more here. Nice thick straps. The fabric is really quite stretchy. You have that seamless band, and I'm actually quite nicely tucked in with a seamless band. The removable cup pads, I don't think you see them too bad in this color. I've definitely seen some people have I think it was Stardust beige color basically, and you can definitely see them through, but I think here, I can't really tell too much. Maybe you can tell they're in there, but it's not like they're super obvious. And then in the back, it's just very, very simple. Yeah, that's Buffbunny logo stitched in there, just like a big open back situation here. And just the nice thick straps. I also think the straps feel super, super comfortable. Even like here, it's not cutting in too bad into the armpit area used to have like freedom of movement a lot, and it just feels really nice. Like, I don't think they had a seamless legging in this type of fabric, but I kind of, you know, could see it because it's like a little bit thicker still, so it wouldn't be too see-through maybe even. So where's the legging that would match this sports bra? Because honestly, I haven't been too intrigued by most of the seamless leggings I've seen so far from Buffbunny Collection. Also not the one that came in this cake collection now with that weird under-glue contour. I'm just going to insert a picture here so you can see what I mean. It was just not my thing. And I just didn't like it. But if they had like a ripped seamless kind of like this, maybe I would try that. So yeah. Also, of course, this color is super cute. So yeah, also works nicely with the eggplant purple here. And yeah, I like the sports bra. I'm kind of, you know, I'm positively surprised it's a new piece. And I like it. All right, I mentioned baked blue, and I'm also mentioning the new butter fabric. So we have this little corset crop in baked blue here that also came in a ton of colors. If you're not a color fan, they also had like a really light beige that was called, I think, Stardust. So that could be something for you. But yeah, this corset crop, very new top for them as well, does not have removable cup pads. It is double lined, but you'll still see some nippage through for sure. For me, I mean, I don't need a lot, so this is also enough support for me for most things, but you can definitely see the nippage through. Like, you know, you can see the outline of things, so just be aware of that. There's also no space for removable cup pads, and I kind of wish they had put them in there, especially since you have that under bust seam, so you could kind of have like made sure that it kind of stays in there or something. I don't know. Would have just been nice to have it as an option. But yeah, this top is not much longer than any of the sports bras. I think it's still quite short lined for a crop top. We have again more of a kind of square neckline here, some corset seam detailing. So there's like no wire in anything here. It's just seam detailing, and then you have this underbust detailing here as well. I've heard from other people that this is not necessarily big boob friendly. So just be aware of that in case you have a bigger chest. We do have thick straps here, and then it seems to be a little bit longer kind of here in the middle. And then in the back, you just have a simple racer bag. And again, some corset detailing. And then we also have a metal logo on this one. And this fabric, again, is like super soft, very, very stretchy too. It feels a little bit more lightweight than the Nuper fabric itself. It's made from 81% nylon, 19% elastane. So I think that's more nylon and less elastane than the Nuper fabric. Let me just check. I always keep forgetting that. Where does it say? Oh, here. So the Nuper fabric is 74% nylon and 26% spandex. So yeah, so it's the same components, but in a different composition, basically. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, so we also do have seam detailing here in the back. This is the butter fabric. Definitely feels more lightweight, for sure. And yeah, I just think this color of blue is really, really nice. I prefer lighter blues, but this one has something. I don't know. It's just really, really cute. And let's just see it on. All right, here we have the little corset crop. No removable cup pads here, but some really cute seam detailing. You're definitely going to see some nippage through though, even though it's double lined. But yeah, look at the seam detailing. I really like this here under the chest. And then you have that corset detailing here also on the sides. Super cute, no wire or anything, really just seams. So it's not uncomfortable at all. We have thick straps here as well, really low square neckline. So the square neckline definitely reminds me of the Revolution sports bra, but this one seems even lower. So yeah, just be aware if you have a bigger chest. I even feel like there's a teeny tiny bit of like, you know, spillage over this here. So I would for sure say if you have a bigger chest, do size up. You can see it's a little bit longer here in the front and then than it is in the back. We have the little metal logo here as well. It could have definitely been a little bit longer, a little bit more covering. And then in the back, you just have your simple racer back design here with a little bit of the seam detailing that we saw on the front as well. And that's kind of it. So support-wise, definitely very light support. Don't try to wear this as a HIIT workout top for sure. It definitely will look cute for lifestyle, but also for lounging, some yoga maybe. I also saw some people say that you could try to wear a sports bra under this just to get the support. And I mean, you do have the full coverage racer back here in the back, but it might be a little bit difficult to find something that has like this low of a square neckline that fits. I don't know. But yeah, definitely more of a light support, lounge, lifestyle, yoga top maybe. I mean, if you have a small chest like me, you could probably do weights with it as well. Like, I don't think I'm going to fall out or anything. And as long as I'm not jumping around like wild, you know, it's still going to be enough support for me for sure. And I think it looks very cute. Yeah, I wish it had been like a tad longer, but it's definitely a cute top. And I wish just it had removable cup pads just because, you know, I prefer to be able to cover up my nippage if I want to. And I could also take them out if I don't want to. So yeah. But the fabric itself is really, really good. I like the fabric. The butter fabric, I'm looking forward to seeing more in the butter fabric for sure. All right, that was kind of it with the sports bras. I mean, if you want to call the Corset Crop a sports bra. But we also do have the butter crop top now, but it's definitely not a sports bra. It's a crop top, a short sleeve one with super cute cap sleeves, and another square neckline. I love those types of necklines. I just love them. Amen Sportswear has, which is a Swedish brand, has the long sleeves with a kind of this outline, and it just looks so good. I'm just going to link one of the videos up here so you can go check it out. But I'm just a sucker for these kind of necklines. They're just so cute. They look flattering on my small chest. I like it. And again, this is the butter fabric. Very, very soft, lightweight, and stretchy. Same baked blue color here. Now we don't have too much detailing in the body of the top. So no corset detailing here. No corset seams, basically. But yeah, just this very cute neckline. This also seems to be a little bit longer than the corset crop. And in the back, you just have like full coverage. There also is there's a metal logo here also off to the side, so it also matches the logo that you have on the Corset Crop because they're basically the same line, the same, you know, set, I guess, or they kind of, you can pair them as a set. And yeah, all in all, I feel like it's double lined in the body. The sleeves aren't double lined. So again, if you don't mind the little bit of nippage you could probably see with the Corset Crop, you could probably also wear this without a sports bra underneath because the thickness of the fabric is going to be the same. And yeah, it's good that the sleeves aren't double lined. I feel like that would have just added some bulk and discomfort. So yeah, but it's double lined here. It's quite, even though it feels quite thick, it's not super heavy or anything. And I'm excited to see what more they're going to do with this butter fabric. Yeah, let's see it on. All right, here we have this little butter crop. This one's super cute. I really like it. I actually got this one in a size medium because I saw some people say to size up, and I'm happy I did. It fits really nicely also around my arms now. I feel like it would have been way too tight around here if I had gotten it in my normal size small. This is nicely double lined, no removable cup pads otherwise though, no seam under the chest, no built-in sports bra. You can definitely wear a sports bra underneath. You can wear the corset crop under or the seamless bra, for example, and they would fit even though we have a lower neckline here if you want a little bit more support. But I think it's so cute. This fabric feels so good against the skin. I like the length of it. I even feel like my chest is kind of tucked in. But yeah, this neckline is so cute. I really like that. I like the little cap sleeves as well. I like the color. We have a little bit more full coverage here in the back. You do have a little coin logo here on the side as well. And support-wise, actually, light support. I feel like it feels even a little bit more supportive than the Corset Crop itself. Maybe, I don't know, even though I got it in a size medium, I keep that in mind. But like, it feels so good. Like, I could definitely wear this for like a weightlifting session without wearing a sports bra underneath. I'd feel like enough tucked in, or even for a yoga session. Yes, you will see some nippage, but I also have this in a darker color. And honestly, it's not so bad because it's so nicely double lined throughout. So I wouldn't mind that too much. I don't know. I think it's super cute. I like this one a lot. I'm happy I picked it up because that's a piece I wasn't too sure about. But I mean, look at it. It's so cute. You can also pair this with just like, again, for lifestyle with like just a pair of jeans or some shorts or something. And I think it would look super cute. But yeah, ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm happy about this one. And I'd like to see more of that. Maybe even with some long sleeves, like just this neckline with the long sleeves. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of the Amen Luxe seamless tops, and I just like this kind of neckline. Looks very flattering if you have a smaller chest especially. I'm not sure for big chested people. Might be a little bit much cleavage, But for me personally, I like this. All right, are you guys ready for the shorts? So we're on to bottoms now. We're done with all the tops, and I guess you've seen some glimpses of some of the bottoms already in the try-on parts for the tops. We have some exciting 6-inch shorts coming. First time for me trying some of the Buffbunny 6-inch shorts, but you know, let's just go lengthwise. I also do have some 4-inch shorts, so if we go from shortest to longest, we'll start with those. These are the Siren shorts. I've reviewed these a few times before, maybe not too much because I don't wear short shorts too often, but these are the Siren shorts. I do like them because of the crossways that you can see here. This is the purple swirl print again. So we have again like the eggplant color, the lighter pink, some white, some blue, everything in there. And these Siren shorts are also made from the Nuber fabric again, so this double brushed fabric, nice and stretchy. I am in between a size small and medium for my bottoms. For Buffbunny, for the leggings, I usually go for a size small, but for the shorts, I will go for a size medium because of my thick thighs, so that they have some space and don't get squished at the bottom. And yeah, and I'm excited. I think these were slightly changed. They brought the rise a little bit lower. They were super high rise, like super duper high rise before. So I have no doubt they're still going to be high rise. We have no front seam on any of the Buffbunny collection bottoms. There is a slight V here in the front as well in that waistband seam there to give you a little bit more compression. And then we have a side seam here as well. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's not like super contrast stitching or anything, just with white, maybe just some gray. Maybe it's not completely white, but you know. And then we have this beautiful 3-tiered glued seam detailing. I find that super flattering, but it also helps to make things stay up on your waist so that they don't slide down. We have that Buffbunny logo here in the middle, and then you just have a seam in the back for some separation as well. So these are a 4-inch inseam. They do ride up on me because of my thick thighs. Everything that's like shorter than 5 or 6 inches does ride up on me a little bit. Nonetheless, I can wear this for a hike in summer when it's way too warm to wear anything else. I've done that with a similar pair, just in a different color last year. So I know it works. And they also kind of flare out a tiny bit at the bottom here. So, you know, there's going to be a little bit of space for the thighs for sure. Yeah, so this print is printed on white. I'm not sure if I mentioned it with the sports print because it's not as important there. But of course it is printed on white because you generally have to print a print on the lightest color. So of course it's going to pull a little bit lighter in certain areas. Of course, it depends on which areas because the white is not going to pull whiter, basically. And I'm also assuming, depending on, you know, where you have darker colors, it's going to be more scrub proof in this area, for example, than it's going to be on that butt cheek. So just keep that in mind. But with the watercolor prints, the advantage is also, even if it pulls a little lighter, it still kind of works with the print because you have lighter and darker patches in the print anyway. Yeah, no top seam either, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. And yeah, I just like these mainly because of the cross waist. So let's see these on. All right, onto the little Siren shorts here in the purple swirl print. Now you can also see that the purple swirl print matches nicely with the big blue. But yeah, I like these shorts because they do have the cross waist. I feel nicely, you know, hugged by the cross waist. Not like super tucked in or like snatched, but I feel nicely like hugged by it. We have the triple seam glue detailing here in the back, like we will have on a lot of the other bottoms as well, and I just like that, so that's good. No front seam here. And of course these are short shorts, so they're only 4 inches. They do cut it a little bit into my thighs, but that's just normal. It's not uncomfortable. But of course, if I'm gonna, you know, move with these, they're definitely gonna ride up a lot. So yeah, that's also normal though for me with 4-inch shorts. If this doesn't happen with you in 4-inch shorts, then you're blessed. But it does happen, and I mean, it's okay. I know it's gonna happen. That's why I also, you know, I'm going to try some 6-inch shorts, and those are usually a little bit better for that. If you like 4-inch shorts, because I get that sometimes I feel like my legs also look short if I wear longer shorts, and if you have short legs anyway, or you're a little bit shorter, you probably want shorter shorts anyway. And they usually do have the Legacy shorts and the Siren shorts in 4 inches. I personally prefer the Siren ones because of the cross waist, and I feel like it hugs me in really nicely here at the waist. But I know some other people prefer the Legacy shorts It really depends on if you like cross waist or not, basically. We do have a little side seam here too, nothing like too wild. And yeah, I think it's just like so nice how high they come up in the back here for me as well. It just really makes me feel hugged. And I just think they're nice. If you're on the market for 4-inch shorts, I would definitely give the Siren ones a try. The Nuber fabric makes them like really soft, really stretchy, and just like body hugging. So yeah. All right, on to the 6-inch Legacy shorts. So I love the Legacy leggings. We're gonna go to the Legacy leggings in a little bit as well. The Legacy leggings have the same 3-tiered waistband glute detailing here in the back of the waistband as the Siren shorts do have. So I find that very flattering. Again, it's really, really nice. We have a little Buffbunny logo there as well. I'm wondering, is it like slightly angled? I'm not sure. Possibly, right? Maybe. Anyway, so these are also very, very high-waisted. You have that 3-tier glute detailing. No front seam. This is the color eggplant purple. And this is matching really well with that purple swirl print, right? It's a look for sure. And these are the 6-inch shorts. You can also see how they flare out a little bit at the bottom again. So you have a little bit more space in the thighs. So they are kind of a biker short, but not super long yet. I don't like it when they get longer than this. I feel like it makes my legs look really short. But these ones don't ride out this much on me for sure. Anything, as I mentioned before, anything that's shorter than like 5 or 6 inches definitely rides up on me. But these should be fine, and they also prevent some thigh, the chafing, right? No top seam on these either. No front seam in case I didn't mention that yet. But you have that seam also in the back here for the glute separation. Nuber fabric again, so very soft, very brushed, very stretchy, as you can see, but also a little bit of compression. And yeah, I'm just so happy with the 6-inch shorts. They have been making 4-inch shorts for like at least 2 years without bringing out any like more 6-inch shorts, and people were asking for it and asking. And then eventually at some point they brought out 2.5-inch shorts, which everyone was like, what? So I think with the launch before Cake, they had one pair of 6-inch shorts, the black ones, and they were immediately gone. And now with the Cake launch, we got eggplant purple and black. So 2 colors this time. And I'm generally really not a fan of this kind of dark aubergine color. But I was like, I want to try the 6-inch shorts because a lot of people love these, and I just want to see how they fit, and I want to review them for you guys as well. So I had to get them in eggplant because I'm generally not a friend of black too much. I just think, I don't know, it's not boring. I know it's classy, and you can compare anything with black. And I do like black bottoms sometimes as well, but more of as a lifestyle piece, not to the gym. For the gym, I want to be colorful because it motivates me and makes me happy. So yeah, I had to go with this eggplant purple. And let me tell you, when I took them out of the package, I was like, maybe this is my thing after all. And after I saw how well it matches with the purple swirl print, I wasn't too mad about it, So yeah, I'm excited. Let's see these on. All right, onto these 6-inch shorts. So this might be kind of my favorite outfit even from this whole haul. I don't know. And it's new pieces for me, so it's really good. I got these shorts in a medium. I have a little bit of extra space here in the waistband, but it's not too bad because of the triple seam glute detailing that we have here, like we had in all the other bottoms so far, I think. I mean, there was only 2, right? This is the second one. Anyway, but like, I think it still helps you to kind of, you know, keep this waistband tight, even though there's a little bit of extra space. It's kind of, I feel like a little bit shorter than the legacy legging waistbands. We'll see, of course. But like, this hits me right at my natural waist. So it doesn't really roll very much, and that's really nice. And yeah, I feel like not super tucked in the waistband, but it's good. It's not like bad or anything. And then of course the thighs are getting a tiny bit squished, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just like a teeny tiny bit, no front seam here. And the length, I mean, it's just perfect. Like I can run in whatever, it still stays up. It's covering my butt fully and a little bit under the butt as well. There wouldn't be any chafing if I decided to like walk around in these, because the chafing happens around here. And I don't know, these are like the perfect length. We need more of those. I also just saw that there were some like little hints and stuff, and I mean, you'll have seen already that there's more things in shorts coming, I think. So yeah, definitely gonna grab more of those, because those are really nice. And it's like the same Nuber fabric, so super soft, a little bit compressive in some areas, but like not too much. And just, you know, fun. We also have a little side seam here, but it's not too wild. And yeah, I mean, these are amazing. I like those, really. Like, why did they make us wait so long for these? I don't understand. They're great. And I do like the purple. So yeah, let's move on. All right, on to a new pair of leggings. Very, very new, never seen before. A new launch, basically a new piece from this launch. A new piece, not just a return piece, but like a new piece. These are the Corset Leggings, also in baked blue, also made from this butter fabric. So everything you saw today from me in baked blue is the butter fabric. So again, super nice and brushed. Very, very stretchy. I think these are going to be more of a light compression and still like soft, but not as brushed or not as thick as the Nuber fabric. These ones do have a little bit of a corset detailing here. We have, again, no front seam. And then you have some more detailing here on the back of the waistband, a slight V for some glute detailing as well. So it's going to be a little bit flattering there. And we do have a top seam on these. So you can see it's quite an intense top seam. I knew about the top seam, and I personally don't mind a top seam too much sometimes. Because I do have a smaller waist, sometimes I find that things do slide down, and a top seam can prevent that from happening. But it's a very, very intense top seam. So after seeing this, I'm not sure how sure I am about this top seam now. I got these in a size small. Let's see if that was a mistake, if I should have gone for a medium with this intense top seam. But again, I mean, they're very, very stretchy and very lightweight, very low compression. It could still work. Yeah, I do love the color for sure. Like, I was torn. I was like, should I get these or should I just stick with my legacy leggings that I know and that I love? But I was like, let's try something new. Let's try something different. Especially, I was excited to try a legging in this new butter fabric, of course. So let's see these on. Onto the corset leggings. First of all, the butter fabric and leggings. Oh my God, so good. I love it. It feels really good against the skin, super soft, very stretchy. Not a lot of compression. It's also very lightweight though. And it just hugs you in all the right places without squishing you. So definitely like a lower compression legging. But the top seam is like, it's trying to suffocate you. It's so intense. It's like such an intense top seam. And then just like the rest of the legging is not compressive at all. And I don't like it when it's like that. If the leggings were compressive and you have the top seam, okay, fine. But like this extreme top seam, like makes me like squished here, and then I don't have compression here in the lower belly, basically. So not a fan of that. It is an extreme top seam. As I mentioned before, I don't mind a light top seam, but this is extreme. You can definitely see like with every movement, there's like cutting into your little fat here, the little rolls when you roll over to the side. And yeah, I don't know. I like the detailing of the leggings. It's something different. It aligns nicely with the seam detailing here in the corset crop. I also like the deep V here in the back and a little bit of detailing that we have on the waistband as well. But it's just the top seam is kind of ruining it a little bit for me because it's so intense. I do have a small waist, a bigger, but so medium. I usually should get medium for around here, but a small for here. So I stuck with the small, and I'm happy with it throughout, except for at the waist actually. So I would definitely suggest if you carry more weight in your waist, then go for your waist size, or also do size up if you feel a little bit self-conscious about the cutting in maybe. I don't know. I also think the spilling with the top seam is not as bad if you wear like full covering oversized shirts over anyway. But like I sometimes like to wear just a sports bra with my leggings, and then I'd be very self-conscious in this pair because there's definitely going to be spillage with that harsh top seam. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, otherwise I think the fabric is super great. I'm looking forward to seeing more leggings in the butter fabric, maybe with a less harsh top seam. That would be ideal. But otherwise I would say don't shy away from trying butter fabric when it comes up next time, because it really feels amazing, especially if you're looking for like a more lightweight, low compression legging, something, you know, that just fits great and you don't even feel it too much. Then this could really be something. It's just, the top seam is a little, All right, moving on to the leggings I've already mentioned quite a few times, the Legacy leggings. My favorite Buffbunny leggings, and I do have them in two colors. We have the purple swirl print here, and we also do have the frosted purple color. Don't they look nice together? And then you have the, I feel like this lotus really works with this print. Yes, but we have these in two different colors here. They came in a lot more colors as well. I will say I feel that the non-print feels a little softer than the printed leggings, just to keep in mind. We'll also, once I try them on, see if they fit any different, if maybe the print fits a little bit tighter. That has sometimes been the case. So just keep that in mind. But otherwise, we have these here. If you see a little bit dirt, that's because I wore them for a workout yesterday and the dumbbells were quite dirty. We have no front seam on these, a nice high waist, no top seam. This high waist is quite high, like really quite high. You do have a side seam here that goes all the way down and then it kind of splits up around your knee into two seams until the very bottom of the leggings. And then you also do have that three-tiered glute seam detailing here in the back with the slight V, the Buffbunny logo there as well. And that's basically it. So it's like the 6-inch Legacy shorts, just in long, you know, Nothing really too different here. We do have the same thing here. Of course, here we will be able to see the seams a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on what the color is that you have, at the base of the fabric. So on this side, you can see the detail a little bit more. You can see a little bit less. So that's just that. But you can see again, oops, no front seam. And yeah, they should hopefully fit the same. Again, this print, of course, I understand if that's a little bit much for you in leggings, but I feel like in shorts and in sportswear, it's definitely not too much at all. And let's just see these on. All right, here we have the Frosted Purple Legacy Leggings. I think it's such a beautiful color, especially if you have a little bit more tan on your skin. I don't. I mean, I did get a little bit more tan on my vacation just now, so it's definitely a little better right now, but I don't know. I mean, I still think it works if you're also very pale like me. It's just, I think it's like such a stunning color and I like it a lot. I'm really happy I got this one. It is definitely not going to be very squat proof, I can tell you that. And also, as I mentioned when I showed it to you in the sitting part, I did get a little bit of dirt on it because the dumbbells were a little bit dirty from my workout. So you're also definitely going to see that more on like very light colored leggings. If I had worn something darker, it wouldn't have been as obvious. But they made it, it's fine, it's going to wash out as well when I put them in the laundry, so it's not a problem. But yeah, let's talk about these legacy leggings, and then obviously I'll also talk about the pattern ones after these, so we can see if they fit the same. But yeah, we have a nice high waist. This high waist is quite high, so just be aware it might roll a little bit on you, but you can also fold it over if you have a shorter torso or if it's too long for you. I find these even higher than my natural waist, which is why they roll over a little bit sometimes. But otherwise, the front is like very simple. We have no front seam here. You get nice compression with this white waistband here as well. And then we have the side seam that splits up into two seams here at the bottom, 7/8 length on me. And then we have this beautiful triple seam glute detailing here in the back as well. And like I said, I just find this super flattering. I don't need a scrunch because I don't find those kind of uncomfortable. I just, like some glute detailing here to enhance the glutes. Waistband sits nice and high as well. And yeah, I also find that the seam detailing just makes them stay up a little bit better. Yes, the leggings are very stretchy, but also a little bit compressive. And these, specifically this color, feels super soft. So sometimes it's the thing with colors, like the different dyes, how that they make the material feel a little bit different, but this one feels really, really soft. Obviously, it's a little bit of a thicker fabric because it's double brushed, but you can still see cellulite in this lighter color for sure. Honestly, you shouldn't care about that. I try to not care about it and I succeed 99% of the time. So I just think it's a stunning color and I wouldn't care if someone's like, oh, I can see a cellulite. I mean, who cares, right? Yes, but I think it's so pretty, like really, really so gorgeous. And also, of course, works really nicely together with the print. And I mean, yeah, the legacy leggings are just my favorites from Buffbunny Collection. I just love them so much. And I don't know, they're simple, but not the simplest, obviously, because of this and the side seam. And they're still like super functional and just very soft. I just like them. So let's see on the print. All right, we got some full-on print action now. Here are the legacy leggings in the purple swirl print now as well. They do fit the exact same. I find the fabric maybe not as soft, but they're still very, very soft, very, very stretchy. I can still move the same height here in the waist. And again, like they could roll down maybe a tiny bit to match the natural waist of your body. No front seam here. I also don't have a too unfortunate blotch in this area. I sometimes find it a little unfortunate if you have like a watercolor type S print and then you have like just a dark blotch here. Sometimes that can look a little awkward. We do have our triple seam glute detailing here in the back as well. And then we do have the one seam coming down here, splitting up too. And as I mentioned before, depending on if you have your seam detailing on a darker patch or on a lighter patch, it's going to be a little bit more obvious or a little bit less obvious. But that's just how it goes. Same goes with squat proofness as well. But don't worry, I'll test that anyway. Just be aware it might be affected by how your leggings would look, if there's more dark here or less. So it's just like a little bit different depending on your specific pair. Otherwise, yeah, they just feel the exact same. Still soft, still stretchy. I wouldn't have sized up necessarily in prints, because sometimes people say to do that. I think with this one it's absolutely fine. And if anything, maybe there's even a little bit less compression at the top here. I don't know. But like, to me, it feels the exact same. I'm not sure if I would wear this as a whole outfit. I think it might be a little bit much, to be honest. There's a lot going on, for sure. And, you know, maybe pair this with just, you know, that's just a sportswear that matches the colors, maybe. But anyway, like sometimes you can just embrace these, right? Like the all over print. I'm not sure. I think for me personally right now it's a little bit much, but maybe it's going to warm up to me. But yeah, let's move on. All right, we have one more item left, one pair of leggings, and they are the Monarch leggings, again in eggplant purple. I might have seen some people wear eggplant purple together with a print and the lighter purples, and I was like, look kind of good, I'm just going to try it. And these are the Monarch leggings. So they have a cross waist, just like the Siren leggings. This cross waist, I think they also lowered this waist. So they said they made some changes to the Monarch leggings. I have an older pair here, so we can compare these in a second and see if there's any like major changes to it. We have no front seam on these either. Then you have side pockets. So these leggings basically have everything. You have the cross waist, you have the side pockets. They're not super big, but like they will probably fit a phone, and then they're kind of like getting a little bit narrower in like this triangular fashion. And then you have just one seam left here going down the side of your leg. And then of course in the back, we do have to have some glute detailing as well. We have the triple seam glute detailing here like we saw on the Siren shorts, the Legacy shorts, and the Legacy leggings. So that's like one of their most popular details, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I really like it. As I mentioned before, it's not just for glute detailing, but it also makes the leggings stay up a lot better because of the extra seaming there. I don't know why, but it does it. And then of course you have a little seam there too. So yeah, these have it all. If you want pockets, these are your pocket leggings. If you want glute detailing, they have this. If you want a cross waist, they have this too. I did get these in a size small as well. And these are also Nubury fabric. So again, this like soft double brushed fabric. Yeah, let's see. These are some older ones from last year, same size. And I'm just curious if, you know, and if yes, what changed. I don't know, I don't really see a difference. Because I think it said that they had made them less high. I don't see it. Like the seam, it ends at the same, you know, same spot. So I really don't see the difference here. No idea. Maybe it comes See, now I now have to like put it down here in front of me just so I can see. But, maybe. So it's interesting. If you put them onto the side, you don't see it. But I hope I can portray this accurately. Otherwise, I'll just have to take a picture. But like, I feel like there is. I need 3 hands. That's impossible. Let me do this like this. No, I'll just take a picture and see if I can show you what I mean. But what I see here, it looks like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. I don't really see a big difference. Let's say that. I think the waistband might dip a little bit lower in the front compared to the older one. So maybe that's a big difference. But otherwise, I don't see it. And I mean, it might have just been like a really tiny change. So it might have not been anything big anyway. So yeah, no top seam, no front seam either on these ones, by the way, in case you're wondering. And I don't know. No, they feel stretchy enough. I felt like, no, they feel the same. For some reason, I felt like maybe they were slightly different, but I don't think so. Also, of course, if you wash things a few times, and I mean, I've had these for quite a while, then they do feel different, of course, anyway, and they kind of mold to your body a little bit as well, right? So yeah, anyway, let's see these on. Onto the Monarch leggings here in this eggplant purple, really like a deep, rich purple here. Honestly, I don't really feel a difference either with the fit now. Maybe it's a tad lower. Sometimes the Nuber fabric leggings with Buffbunny tend to be like a little bit too high on my waist. That's why they roll. Maybe it's still like kind of a millimeter that kind of is a bit too high. So I find they roll more easily when they're higher than your natural waist. I do have a longer torso. So for me now, the length is good. I feel like it could still be a little bit too long for some shorter torso people. My belly button is down there, so it is covered barely, but it is covered. The flaps of fabric are not like sewn together or something. We do not have a top seam here. You also don't have a front seam. And as I mentioned, there's a lot going on because we have the pockets here. And they're definitely not that big. My phone fits, but barely. I don't think I can push it in much further. So it kind of just still pokes out a little bit with the case on now. Also, did I ever say like purples aren't my color? I mean, this is kind of matches this perfectly too. And then yeah, we have this nice glute detailing here in the bag, nice and flattering with the triple seam glute detailing there. And yeah, like I said, I just find them, I just find it very flattering. I like it. I don't need a scrunch on my leggings necessarily. I just like to have some V-glute detailing or this triple seam. That's really nice. Lengthwise, these leggings are a 7/8 length on me. I'm 5'7", or 170 centimeters. So all the Buffbunny leggings are generally a 7/8 length on me. They only offer 1 inseam, except for their flares now. And yeah, I think these are cute. They're definitely going to roll a little bit on you. The V waist is not going to stay as, it is right now if I don't move as much. Like for sure, if you wiggle your way, it's going to be like a little bit. It's just going to come down a little bit and you can adjust it. But in general, I think this is a super flattering fit, just like with the shorts. And it's cute. I do like that they have some pockets on these ones. I don't always use my pockets, and I also don't always want pockets on my leggings. But when I want to go for a hike or a walk, it's nice to just sometimes have that side pocket. So yeah. All right, it's conclusion time. So yeah, I mean, I did like basically all of my pieces. The corset leggings, to be fair, I think the top seam, I like the idea of it, but it was just a really, really harsh top seam. And I don't know how of an expert you are with top seams, but there's definitely like different gradients of top seam. And this one was like a really, really, really intense one. And you don't have to make it so intense, I think. So that was maybe a little bit much, and I would have preferred a medium there. Just get less cutting in, I think. That would have been maybe a little bit better. But otherwise, the body of the leggings, like super stretchy, super lightweight, like really, really body hugging. So I'm excited to see if they will have more butter fabric leggings in the future, maybe without a top seam even, or with a less harsh top seam. But I would say that was maybe my least favorite piece of the collection. I am absolutely in awe of these 6-inch legacy shorts though. I think these might be my favorite 6-inch shorts I've ever tried on. Even though it's eggplant purple color, and I didn't think I liked that color, but I like, honestly, they might be my favorite piece of this launch. And I know there was like a Revolution Sports print, the purple swirl print, there was legacy leggings and stuff, but like that might be my favorite piece. And I also really did like that seamless sports bra. I mean, with the square neckline, the color, I don't know, it's just like super cute. And I also love that this color works so well with like the eggplant purple with the print, you know, of course, also with this color that I was just accidentally picking up, but also with the baked blue. I think it's just amazing that you can kind of really mix and match all the colors, everything together in this whole collection. I like it when it's very, very cohesive like this. Yeah. So I did like it. I didn't get Cake Pop Pink, for example, which I think was a very popular color in this launch as well. And I just felt like it didn't match my skin tone very well. I'm just going to insert a picture of the Cake Pop Pink here. But, you know, there's just like some colors that just don't work with your skin tone. And also, honestly, I know I said I didn't like purples this much until like maybe last year. But I'm really not a pink person. And the Cake Pop Pink was also, of course, a little bit too pink maybe for me. I don't know, like I said in the very beginning of this video, I don't know if you still remember because it's been a while, but either the new launch has already happened or it's about to happen, and I so far only saw the teaser, not even the whole trailer, just the teaser, the 4 or 5 seconds, whatever they give you, and I mean, it looks like it's gonna be really a lot of pink, which might not be my jam. So I'm really, really happy I picked up a lot of items in this launch. And I mean, of course, I'm always curious to see what the future brings. I'm also really curious, did you shop this launch? So have you ever shopped from Buffbunny before? If you did shop this launch, what did you get? I'm always really, really curious. I love to talk about Buffbunny or even activewear also in general. And yeah, let me know your favorite pieces. Let me know maybe which set you like the most that you saw on me. Maybe, I don't know, what are you going to try next? I know they always sell out of a few items immediately after the launch. So, of course, me doing these reviews so late is like, you know, a little unfortunate, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, I still hope like you have fun and you still enjoy seeing what I got. Yes, I kind of wanted to say something else, but I don't know what now. But anyway, if you have any questions about like this video or like anything, you know, you want to know, or if you have any suggestions for new brands, suggestions, feedback for improvements I could make, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also follow me on Instagram and you might see some of these pieces in action and some outdoor photo shoots and stuff. And you can also DM me there, but be aware I'm way more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if you really want me to get back to you and if you want me to see it, just leave your comments down below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Also, if you already know the new pieces for the new launch, or if it already has happened, let me know what you got, what you're getting, you know, whatever. Like I said, I'm always curious and I love to talk activewear, so let me know and we can chat and stuff. But yes, otherwise, thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.